Quest Audiobooks presents an unabridged recording of In the Lap of the Gods by Tayler, narrated by Marston. Chapter 1. Saturday, June the 29th, 2013. This is modern policing, is it? Thought DS Phil Hounsell as he watched two police officers walking through the crowds with giant sunflowers attached to their helmets. Day 3 of Glastonbury 2013, and he was visiting the police command centre at Worthy Farm. The police had been present on the festival site since 1989. These days, the festival became a large town in its own right for the few days in June when it occupied this quiet part of Somerset. As a senior detective in the Avon and Somerset service, Phil was assigned many duties in these austere times. Just his luck. This year, his name came out of the hat for a worthy weekend. He would rather endure a few hours root canal work or a shopping trip with Erica and the children than this duty. Anything other than being at Festival HQ. Despite the well-documented history of mud in the previous years, the weather gods smiled on Worthy Farm this year. A brief shower last evening did nothing to change the conditions underfoot, nor had it dampened the spirits of the great crowd of revellers hell-bent on enjoying what had become one of the highlights of an English summer. Phil perused the reports from the opening days and glanced too at the events of Saturday so far. Everything was par for the course. The expected number of searches at the entrances to uncover items that might be used illegally or offensively. Somewhere in the command centre or back at Portishead there would be a collection of laser pens, fireworks, questionable knives and sharp instruments. With the penchant of festival-goers for a chemically enhanced glow accompanying the music, you could also guarantee to stumble across a stash of confiscated drugs. The CCTV coverage was extensive. Throughout the weekend, officers monitored those images for public safety, crowd management and crime prevention. Phil tore his eyes away from the mind-numbing reports and switched back to the screens. He spotted the two giant sunflowers again. The local lads from the neighbourhood patrol were photographing a couple of scantily clad females. They looked young. The girls did too. Nice work if you can get it, thought Phil. This touchy-feely policing was fine and dandy, but jibed with Phil's old-school approach. Phil wanted criminals off the streets and banged up, if possible, for a long time. He had frequently expressed those views, and his superiors knew where he stood. But unfortunately, those superiors also understood precisely where he was going. Nowhere. He felt himself slipping gently into the long grass, perhaps thinking he wouldn't know.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?